What's going on, everyone? My name is Daniel, and welcome to our WBE Season 2 Draft Breakdown. We are back for the second season of the WBE with the Newcastle Nidokings, and we're going to go over some important information for the start of the season. The draft was held on A-Drive's channel yesterday. We're doing the draft breakdown today. This is the Newcastle Nidokings, and we are good and ready to go. I am very excited about my draft, but before we get into this, some few things I want to put forward to you is that if you have a nickname idea for one of the Pokemon on this team, like I have ideas for some of the Pokemon already, but if you have a nickname idea, let me know in the comment section below. Be like, hey, you should call this, you should call Lucario this, Crocodile this, and etc. Also, if you want to support the team, our merch link is in the description. You can buy yourself either a Newcastle Nidoking shirt or a Newcastle Nidoran shirt if you like the babies more. But let's get into this. So the first thing we have here, the first draft, the first round pick I had on the Newcastle Nidokings, I was like, okay, I'm gonna take it back to basics because last season in WBE, we did okay. We ended around middle of the table, and I was like, okay, gonna bring it back to basics, gonna bring it back to what I know and what I'm comfortable with. So the first round pick had to be Treerex. It had to be my Mega Venusaur. Now, if you've been around on the channel for a while, you know that in the first season of the UCL, of course, we had ourselves a Mega Venusaur, and we ended up doing pretty well. 10-game winning streak, playoffs, like pretty good indeed. So I was like, okay, let me just bring it back, you know? Let me go with what I'm comfortable with. And Treerex here, I have to name it Treerex. Like, I'm sorry, Venusaur, if Venusaur's nickname is taken already, we have to name it Treerex. But we have here a super bulky Mega Evolution. Look at this thing right here. Base 80 health, not great, but 123 in defense. 120 in special defense, thick fat, sleep moves, recovery, leech seed, synthesis, Giga Drain. It all comes together pretty nicely, in my personal opinion. So, our first round pick, I went straight for it. I was like, I need to get this. I need to make sure that's not sniped from me because, well, the first round pick, what I wanted to go with originally was Tapu Koko, and Duncan immediately sniped me. So I was like, okay, new plan. We'll just go with what I know. So, of course, if you haven't used a Mega Venusaur before in competitive battling, this thing is an absolute monster. Like I said, you get your recovery, you get your synthesis, you get your leech seed, you get your Giga Drain, all restoring your own health. Who needs leftovers, dude? Who needs leftovers? You can also, you know, if you wanted to, use your sleep moves there. It also has access to a bunch of other cool stuff. Like you can use a physical Venusaur facing off with a Heatran. Who cares? Earthquake it, dude. You're fine. It gets knockoff of all things. One of the best moves to use in a competitive battle. Knockoff. Pretty fantastic. It gets Sludge Bomb, okay, so you take advantage of that nice special attack. You get some possible poisons. You're restoring your own health with Leech Seed and Giga Drain while you're whittling down their health with Leech Seed and Poison. Very, very nice to use. Of course, it does get toxic. And if you really want to, you can run it with Swords Dance. If you really, really, really want to. But second here on the squad is Salamence. Now, I was like, okay, I need something good. I need a good thing that's gonna be immune to ground type moves. I need a good, strong dragon, good early pick for a dragon. What do I go with? I go with Salamence. Salamence has some of the things I love most about competitive battling, which is sweeping and Intimidate. Intimidate is probably my favorite ability in the entire Pokemon franchise. Absolutely love Intimidate. And Moxie? 1D dance, Moxie, bam, 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 +1, +1, +1, +1, +1. You're good. You're fine. You win the game. Congratulations. You just swept your opponent. Now, Salamence isn't just good as a physical sweeper. Salamence is good as a special sweeper, too. You slap a Choice Scarf on this thing, you're outspeeding most things. Hit him with a Draco Meteor, that's dead, dude. 110 special attack, Draco Meteor kills. Draco Meteor kills. Calc it right now. Calc it, I dare you. Draco Meteor kills, one shot. But, of course, we know Salamence is an incredibly versatile dragon type. Very, very nice to have on the team. It goes well with the Venusaur. It has the Intimidate that I absolutely love. It has the Dragon Dance that I absolutely love. I love using Dragon Dance. It's one of my favorite moves in the game. It has a super versatile moveset. You got your Dragon moves, you got your Fire moves, you got Earthquake, you got stuff like... It gets Hydro Pump, dude! He gets Hydro Pump! What could you not love about this? He gets Rock Slide, Stone Edge, Zen Headbutts. Look at the amount of things. It even gets Wish and Substitute. Dude, you can do so many things with this. Make a bulky Salamence. Why not? Have fun. There's so many good things that you can do with this thing. I cannot wait to see Salamence put in some work. in the WBE. Very, very exciting, and it's just a nice Pokemon to have. All right, next up, again, I guess you can see where this is going already. Taking it back to basics. I'm just gonna spoil it. It's already on the screen. Look at this Fire, Water, Grass core. Look at that, and tell me how you break through that. How do you break through that? I'm waiting. All right, you can't, dude. You can't. You can't break through this, dude. Intimidate, again, another fantastic ability to have. We got Flash Fire if we really want to predict some fire type moves, though our team is pretty safe against fire. The Intimidate, wonderful. Nicely syncs up with the Salamence. Got our double Intimidate going. Oh, wait, is that Crocodile? Is that triple Intimidate right there? Yes, it is. So we're lowering attack. We're lowering attack. Our Venusaur is super specially bulky. Arcanine is on the team. Physically bulky Arcanine. Will-O-Wisp. Morning Sun. Extreme Speed? Flare Blitz? Yeah, you're good. Dude, you're good. You're absolutely fine. And the thing is, this can be run so many different ways as well. We have so many versatile Pokemon on our team so far. It's absolutely fantastic. This can be run specially. It can be run physically. It has a decent speed tier just below that 100, so it's not fantastic, but we have good attack here. We have good special attack. Another versatile Pokemon. When it's first thrown into the battle, you don't know what it's going to be running. You have no idea. Absolutely no clue. So that is Arcanine. And you know, I had to get Arcanine just because I love it. I love Arcanine. I absolutely adore Arcanine. It's my second favorite Pokemon after Darkrai. But I had to pick it up. I had to pick it up. And finishing off the UCL Season 1 Fire, Water, Grass core is my boy Slowbro. I couldn't not pick Slowbro. I could not pick Slowbro. I absolutely love this thing. Now, the funny thing is, this is actually NU. I didn't realize Slowbro was so low on the ladder, but Slowbro is such a good Pokemon. When I used to use it back in the day, it was absolutely unkillable for the most part. It has Regenerator. So basically, how this team works is anytime you switch out, you're gaining advantage. Anytime I switch Pokemon, instead of just losing a turn, I'm gaining advantage. I switch out of Slowbro, I go into Arcanine. I'm gaining health back, I'm lowering attack. Anytime you switch, it's not a disadvantage to you, it's an advantage. You're gaining every time, and that's what I love about this. But we got Slowbro here. It has the Scald, that is that nice burn chance. It is a nice little psychic type to have on the team. It gets a wide plethora of moves, like usual, has a nice little special attack. It can Calm Mind, it can set up, it has a good time, it can even yawn if you really want to. But it has a bunch of stuff here that it can take advantage of. I absolutely love it. It has the Thunder Wave. It has the Toxic. I don't know what else I can say about Slowbro. I absolutely love Slowbro. It's probably one of my favorite Pokemon at this point, actually. Not as versatile as some of the other Pokemon that we have on our team, but it doesn't need to be. It does one thing, being a physically bulky wall, and it does it well. Or I could slap an Assault Vest on it because I get the Regenerator health back anyway when I switch out. And then I got a specially bulky wall with my Intimidators too. Next up, while I'm talking about Intimidate, we got our Crocodile here. Is that another Moxie user, Daniel? Is that another Moxie user you're trying to slip in there with Intimidate? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I'll admit to it. I'll own up to it, guys. It is. But we have a Dark Ground type, which was pretty necessary for the team. We didn't have any kind of resistances. Oh, we had Venusaur. I was gonna say we didn't have any resistances to Electric type. We now have an immunity to Electric type, which is nice. That's fantastic. We have a Dog type that is our immunity to Psychic type moves, which again is nice. A little bit of a weakness to Venusaur that we have covered now. Perfect. It has honestly not a great speed tier because it's 92, but it does outspeed a lot of things in the metagame. It also has that big attack stat, and of course the Intimidate. We can run this bulky, we can run this offensive. Now, we do have a lot of bulk on our team, so most of the time I'm assuming we'll be running this offensive because we need that power behind us because we already have that bulk. But it can be run so many different ways. Of course, it does have the knockoff. It can set up the Stealth Rocks, which is what we need. We need a little bit of entry hazards in there. It has the Intimidate. It has the Moxie for the potential late game sweeps with the Choice Scarf. Slap a Choice Scarf on this thing. Click Earthquake once you've gotten rid of the immunities. And you win. You're good. You absolutely won the game. Congratulations. What are you going to do with your winnings? Next up, we have Lucario. Now, Lucario wasn't something I originally really thought about, honestly. I was like, I haven't really given Lucario much thought at all when it comes to meta or like online battling at all, but Lucario is a pretty good Pokemon. Again, another versatile Pokemon that you can run physically or especially. You got a lot of versatile Pokemon. Every time I throw a Pokemon into the battle, it's gonna be like, hey, I don't know if you're physical. I don't know if you're special. I don't know what you're running. I don't know if you're gonna be subbing on me. I don't know if you're gonna be setting up. I don't know if you're just gonna go for the attack. I don't know what you're gonna do. It's all about the mind games, you know? All about the mind games. But Lucario does have access to Justified, which is decent. If I get hit by a knockoff, if I have Slowbro in, I predict a knockoff, go into Lucario, 3+1 boost, we're sitting pretty. Lucario has a lot of priority, which is also good. It does have that necessary steel typing that we really needed on the team. It has a fighting type that we can take advantage of our Z Crystal with, which I'll get to later. It is a very, very nice Pokemon. I've seen Luke use it in the past. Like, it's very, very good. It can come in clutch in the late game situations with the sweeps if you keep it around, if you keep it alive. You know, it has not great speed, but like if you slap a Choice Scarf on that, it's going to be outspeeding most things. Again, you have the priority anyway. You have the setup potential if you want to go down that route. It's a very good Pokemon. I like Lucario, and we'll see how it use it. We'll see how we use it, because I've never used Lucario before. We'll just have to see how it goes. All right, so next up is the second part of the team. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. The second half of the team right here. We'll start off with, our Alolan Raichu here. So I needed an electric type because Duncan stole my Tapu Koko. That's right, it was my Tapu Koko, and he stole it. So I needed an electric type, and I was like, okay, it's a late game pick. I'll go with the Alolan Raichu because honestly, a fast electric type is almost necessary in Draft League because electric typing is a very good offensive typing. You know, once you get rid of the ground types, you can just click Volt Switch over and over again. You're having a good time. Also, I do have access to that very, very, very nice speed tier of 110, which outspeeds so many things and speed ties with a lot of things as well. We have access to the Psychic typing, which gives us a little bit more stab, which is always so nice. Like, again, if I predict a knockoff on my Alolan Raichu, boom, go into Lucario, resisted, +1 boost. We're happy. We have Surge Surfer, which does absolutely nothing for me. But if I wanted to, you know, maybe use it against Duncan as revenge for stealing my Tapu Koko, I could do it and have the double speed. Yeah, that's right. we're not out here counter-picking teams, but it works, doesn't it? It works, doesn't it? But I can go ahead and slap a Choice Specs on that. We're already fast enough. We can have a good time. We can use some Volt Switches, get some early initial damage off. Seems like a good play to make. We have Fake Out, not too great, but we can use Focus Punch if we really wanted to. Like, you take advantage of that 85 attack. Oh my goodness, no. But we do have Focus Blast that we can take advantage of, actually. We have Cryogonal here, which was a very much needed spinner. We added a spinner to the team. We added an Ice type. It has Levitate, so it's another ground type immunity, which is always nice. Cryogonal it's not the bulkiest thing in the world, but it does have access to Freeze Dry, which is very, very, very good for taking on water types. Very nice indeed. It does have a very good speed tier at 105. It's outspeeding those base 100s, which again is very helpful. It's very nice. So if it comes in late game, I can spin array rocks. I can go in the offensive. I can use Freeze Dry, predicting water types to come in. We're sitting pretty on that. Cryogonal is a pretty okay mon. It's very specially defensive, so I could run with like an Assault Vest variant with my Intimidators, and we'd be pretty bulky in that regard. We'd be pretty bulky indeed. Keep the attack low, keep my special defense high, so I can take all the kinds of hits. And it's honestly like, it's a good pick to have. It's a good pick to have in the back just to keep the enemies wondering about it, you know? Next up, we have Tornadus, which I believe learns Defog. It does learn Defog, so that's another hazard remover. Unfortunately, a lot of our hazard removers are actually weak to rocks, which kind of sucks. That's a little bit of a weakness on the team. But, you know, if I try and play correctly, we should be able to get around that very nicely. And who knows? I kind of wish I added a Magic Bounce Pokemon to my team, like an Espeon or something, just predicting rocks, just to keep them on their toes. But Tornadus, again, another really, really versatile Pokemon, has 111 speed, so it outspeeds those base 110s, which is fantastic. What's a Mega Latios, dude? What's a Mega Latias? I'm gonna U-turn on that. Well, I mean, I could U-turn on that, not that I'd really do much, but I'd at least be able to outspeed it, which is really nice. It has Prankster and Defiance. It has Prankster, which means that all of my non-attacking moves have priority, which is a very, very nice thing to have. This thing actually gets access to Tailwinds, which is cool. It has all these versatile moves like Knockoff. It gets your Hurricane, which I don't really trust Hurricane, but we'd have to use it at some point. It has the Superpower, which takes advantage of my Z Crystal, which, by the way, my Z Crystal is Phytinium Z, if you are wondering. It has the U-turn, it has the taunts. If I want to stop rocks from going up in the first place, hit that taunt, make sure they can't set up those rocks. That would keep me safe. It has acrobatics if I want to use that. It has look at this moveset, dude. Look at all these different typings. Can use all these different typings. Fantastic. But Tornadus, a very good fast Pokemon to use, a very, actually, really offensive Pokemon. 125 special attack and 115 attack. Like, it's not bad by any means. It's definitely a good addition to the team. Rabombi! Now, this was a late game pick that was like, I need a fairy type. I need webs. Oh, Rabombi, how you doing? Come on over, come on over. So we have Rabombi here. The abilities aren't really fantastic. You could slap on a honey gather, maybe gather up some honey, give it to the enemy, make friends with them, something like that, and then sucker punch them when they're not expecting it. I don't know. But the main reason we have this thing on the team is the sticky webs. If you get sticky webs up, then you are so happy. In Pokemon, if you have sticky webs up, you are very, very happy. And it does have that incredible speed that will essentially guarantee that we get sticky webs up no matter what. Even if Rabombi has to go down to do it, we will be getting those sticky webs up, which is fantastic. Its special attack is decent too. It has that bug typing, which is very, very nice to have just as a backup. We can slap Bug Buzz on you. We can have the sticky webs. We can even Quiver Dance if we want to. If we're feeling frisky, we can Quiver Dance, and I do love my setup moves. I do indeed love my setup moves. But yeah, like the main reason we have this on team is for the sticky webs, so that's what we have there. Pretty nice. And for the last Pokemon, I was like, let's get another Rock Slayer. Let's get another specially bulky Pokemon. Let's get something that can maybe confuse our opponents a little bit. With the protein, let's get Kecleon. So Kecleon is another Rock Slayer. It can do a lot of, I guess, support stuff. It can, like, paralyze our opponents. It can fake out. It can do a lot of very, very nice stuff that a lot of our other Pokemon couldn't do. Also, this Rock Slayer isn't weak to rocks, which is nice. And it does have the nice little confusion, like, hey, what typing am I gonna be? You don't know. And we have that base 90 attack, 120 special defense, not a very fast Pokemon, but it can take hits fairly well. And I'm kind of curious to see how a Kecleon will work, I'm not gonna lie. But that is the squad. Like I said, we have the Fightinium Z. So if I go over what the Fightinium Z can be used with, we can use it with Tornadus on Superpower. We can use it with Raichu, Focus Blast. We can use it, obviously, come on, go back. We can use it, obviously, with our Lucario, get that Stab Fightinium Z attack. We can use it with Crocodile, because I'm pretty sure Crocodile gets Superpower, so we can use it on there. There's a lot of Pokemon that we can use the Fightinium Z on. Feels pretty good, and potentially we can use it to get some kind of attack boost. Like, if I used it on my Crocodile to get the Moxie boost, and then if we have the sticky webs up, we're outspeeding most things in the enemy's team. We have the attack boost, and we can sweep from there. Tactics like that. But that is the Newcastle Nidokings for the second season of the WBE. The first match will go up on Saturday. We'll be facing off against Christian and the Atlanta Umbreons, Faint Attacks. I hope you guys are excited for that. Let me know your suggestions for names in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about the team in the comment section below. Be sure to destroy the like button if you're excited for Season 2 to begin. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.